One article is not going to make a lot of difference in terms of your knowledge, but one article is going to make a lot of difference if done daily to your knowledge base, right? So try and make this a habit. Believe me, you do it for a week, you do it for a month, you'll be more knowledgeable about whatever is going on in the domain than most other people. So again, congratulations to all of you for successfully completing your homework. It was not a test of skill, but a test of grit and commitment, right? So congratulations to all of you. And having said that, now let me get you started on the day two of the FFA program, wherein today we are going to cover building strategies. And to tell you about it in a little more detail, as I've told you yesterday, you're going to learn a secret framework which is given approximately 30% backtested Kager. You will learn a little known layering concept that professional traders use to, exponentially increase their return probabilities. You will learn how to trade alongside with your career using the peak framework. You will learn how to build a no code rule based trading system. You'll learn a very, very little known truth about the stock markets. And of course, we have one of the biggest surprises to all of you passionate learners from our side. Plus, of course, we're going to take attendance. And who is going to teach you all about it today? There's no points for guessing. It's going to be my partner in Springpad, a very dear friend, and one of the best traders I have ever known, Pratik Chakrabarti sir. Can I have a welcome Pratik sir in the chat?
Hello, everyone. Good
Well,
evening. Hi, Rahul.
hi Pratik.
Good to see you. Thank you so much. You guys have been super, super kind. First of all, just before I get started, can you just confirm if my audio is good and if you can see my screen? Yes, audio is good. You can hear me. You can see my screen. Super. Okay. So first of all, very excited. I know yesterday's session was amazing. You guys, Rahul took you guys through amazing few, uh, you know, amazing strategies that he has shown you, amazing things related to your personal finance, all of those things which we are carrying forward to today, right? So that I mean, very excited. I can see already, and thank you so much for all the love you are giving me in the chat. Now, before we get started for today, I want to lay down a few points so that we all of us are on the same page, right? The first point is, in case you've missed out on yesterday, guys, do not worry. Today's session essentially does not have a link to yesterday's session per se. So don't worry about that at all, right? So I want everyone, some of you may have some questions regarding yesterday's session, but I want you to essentially uh, keep that aside for the moment, right? And focus on whatever is going to be covered going forward. Is that fair? We'll cover your questions towards the end. I don't want you to miss out on today's session because of you being caught up with some other questions. Fair? Okay. Super. Super. All right. Everyone, super focused, like Rahul said, we would love all the energy that you guys have been keeping since yesterday. I would love the same for me. I know you guys are going to be amazing. I can assure you the next couple of hours that we are going to have with each other is going to be amazing. A lot of eye-opening things that I'm going to share with you. And I'm going to try my best to keep it fun, easy, and exciting for each and every one of you. Make sense? Okay. Super. All right. So I essentially like to get started by asking one question to you guys because, of course, we have a diverse group of people. We have more than 4,000 people, almost 5,000 people here with us. Essentially, the first question is, how many years of trading experience do you have? Okay, so no shame in writing zero, guys. It is just for me to understand you guys a little better. So a lot of zeros, six, few months, 20 years. Wow. Okay. 1 year, 3 years, zero. Only SIP, 3 years, 6 months, zero. 41 years, super, zero, 5 years. Only SIP, 20 plus years, SIP, zero, zero, 5 to 6 months. I'm a student, zero, zero, 20 years, only SIP, 1 year, zero, passive investing, superb, 3 to 5 years, zero. I don't have any experience in trading, 2 years, 15 years, superb, right? So A lot of you, maybe 80 to 90% are people who have no experience about the market and are here first time trying to dive into the world of trading. Some of you have some experience. I can see 15, 20, 25 years. So great to have you also here with us. Okay. I can assure you, you do not need to have any prior knowledge about the markets. I hope that was clear even in yesterday's session, right, guys? ऐसा नहीं, it was not there that you had to have some prerequisite knowledge only then you understood yesterday, right? So same goes for today. There are some more little technical stuff I will explain to you. You just be focused and we will go through it without a doubt. Okay? Super. All right. Thank you so much. Okay. Now, that was my first question. Okay. Uh, I have another question for you. You'll be like, Pratik is playing KBC with us. But no, this is my last question for now. I have some questions in the future. But for now, I have one question. But this question, I want you to listen very, very carefully before you answer. Okay, just read, let me read the question. Understand it very carefully. Take a moment to answer this question, and then we'll go from there. Okay. So the question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how strongly do you feel self-learning basic concepts of trading the markets will make you successful as a trader? Okay. So if you feel that maybe watching a YouTube video, reading a book will make you a successful trader, you give a higher number. If you don't believe in that, you give a lower number. Fives are not allowed, huh, guys? ये five का game तो I'm not gonna accept. Okay, five is like nah, not neither here or neither there, right? So tens, sevens, twos, fives, eights, fours, tens. Okay, twos, four, six. It's negative, okay. 6, 10, nines, okay. 0, 0, 0, 1, 9. Okay, so I can see we are at about 80% people who are somewhere in the range of above 5 and another 20% below 5. Okay, interesting. Okay, all right. See, now this point, right, that self-learning is, you know, basic concepts about the market will make you successful as a trader is actually one of the biggest misunderstandings that we have essentially. Okay, now you might not agree with me on this. You might say ki, how can you say that? And that is fair, right? So that is why we are in today's session. You do not have to believe anything that I say without me giving you, empirical evidence about it. Fair. So I'm going to take the comings. I'm going to come back to this question a little later during the session. I'm going to ask you this question again. Maybe that time you have a different answer. Make sense? Okay. So without further ado, let's get going. I think without much, I think everyone is very, very excited. We are all absolutely plugged in, and let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to start by taking a simple case study. Okay, now for all those people who are new to the market, which is a lot of you, I'm going to take some little bit of time to explain you some basic stuff. For people who have experience, guys, be with us. Maybe refresh your memories and you can understand it. Okay, so now I'm going to take a case study here. But before I even talk about whatever you can see on screen, let me take a few steps back. Right. Now, let's start with the most basic question that we have in the stock market. Ki, what is a stock or what's a share? Okay, so for example, when you say, I own one share of Reliance, what do you think that means, guys? What do you think that means? When you say, I own one share of Reliance? Ownership, yes, part ownership. You have a part ownership of that company. Correct. So the number of shares you buy, you have part ownership of that company, right? Now, these stocks, right, that you can buy and sell, you can do that in exchanges, in stock exchange, right? Exchange. Now, for example, if you want to go buy vegetables, there is a vegetable market. If you want to go buy fish, there's a fish market. If you want to go buy stocks, there are exchanges. In India, we have two exchanges. I don't know how many of you know it. The old one is called the Bombay Stock Exchange, and the one which is very very prevalent and mostly most of the trading happens there is the National Stock Exchange or NSE. Both of them are headquartered in Mumbai. I don't know how many of you have been in one of this exchange physically. Bombay Stock Exchange in Dalal Street and NSE in the BKC, or maybe people from Bombay must have seen it. Someone maybe say that I live near that. I've gone there, NSC, BSc, I've seen BSc, saw from outside. Super, right? So these are historical places, and I think one must try to get a glimpse of at least Bombay Stock Exchange, if not National Stock Exchange, right? Okay. Now let me dive right in. Okay. Now the point is when you see the stock prices, sometimes they go up, sometimes they go down, right? There's a very fundamental, everyone is a very common sense. I think everyone will know the reason why. But I'm just going to indulge and ask you, can you guys tell me what could be the reason for any price going up or down? Price of anything. We're talking about stocks right now, but let's say the price of stocks for now, right? Yes, demand and supply. Okay, basic economic thing, demand and supply. When the demand for something goes up, the prices go up, or when the supply for something goes down, the prices go up. Right? So you can take the price of, crude oil, for example. If the war begins, there's less crude oil coming from the Middle East to India. What will happen to the price of petrol? It will go up. Simple. Okay. So that's how the same thing happens in the stock market also. When more people want to buy a certain share, the prices will go up. Okay. When more
Hmm.
people want to sell it, the prices will come down. Now,
Recording है
this makes
लगता
me want to
टाइम
introduce
भी
you
बहुत
guys to
गुड
two words. Okay. The first word is called bull or bullish, and the
তখন
second
সময়
word
পাই
is
ওটা
called
শুনি
bear or bearish. Okay. How many of you are hearing the word for the first time, or maybe you have heard it before in a
রেকর্ড করে আমি
little
আমার
TV
ইউটিউব
series
চ্যানেলে
that
দিয়ে
you
দেবেন
guys may have watched
তাহলে
it
সেভ করে রাখ
somewhere?
যখন
Scam
সময় পাই তখন ওগুলো
1992.
দেখি
Yes, absolutely. How many of you have seen that little good series? I think it was a
আমি তো
beautiful,
জানি যখন
amazingly
তখন
done
ঘুমিয়ে যাবে
series.
এমনি এত
For
শরীর
those
টায়ার
who have not seen it, you guys must watch the Scam 1992. It's based on Harshad Mehta's scandal. So you guys must do it, right? But the reason the name Bull and Bear comes is quite interesting. I'll just take 2 minutes to explain. Bull, if you see, right, is an animal which uses its horn to throw its opponent up in the air, right? It pushes the opponent up in the air. So people who are essentially pushing the price up or are buying are called bulls or bullish. In compared to bears, what they do is when they attack, they hold the opponent and pull them down. And what essentially, that's why we call them, the people who are selling are called bears or bearish. Make sense? So in that series of Scam 92, you remember who was the big bear gang? There was a guy named Manu Mundra, Cobra gang. You guys remember that? Okay, so you see those people existing. There's the Big Bull, which was Rakesh Jhunjhunwala also was called the Big Bull. So on and so forth. Okay, clear guys till now, all of us clear with whatever we have understood now, basic stuff. Okay, super. Let us now come to our screen and look at this little graph right here. Okay, so when you see this red line that you see here, think of it as a you know any stock that you take a random stock, Reliance, SBI, whatever, right? Take it any random stock, and think of it that this is the price of that stock, right? So sometimes it goes up, it goes down, it goes up and down, right? So the bulls are pushing the price up, then it comes down a little. The bulls push the price up again, it comes down. The bulls push the price up a third time, again it comes down. Now, can you see there is this one point from where the price keeps coming down from? Can you guys see that? There's one little like a wall almost, which is acting like a stop to all the prices. Can you guys see that in my screen? Yes. So for people who may not be able to see, I think a lot of people are saying yes, yes. One or two people, maybe you need to maybe jump out and jump in again. Seems to be an
বলছি
issue from your end, right?
হুম
Okay. All right. So this
আজকে
dotted
পড়েছে?
line that you can see essentially where the prices are
ও,
stopping, right, are
কত
called
করে এখন? হুম,
resistance, to
কি বলছো?
resist, to stop, right? Think of it like the ceiling of your
ও,
house, right? If you throw the ball,
তো
what
সব
will
কটা
happen?
ঠিক ছিল?
The ball will hit the ceiling and come down. So similarly, what is happening here in the
বললাম তো,
resistance is
ওইগুলোই তো
that
শর্টেজ করে দেয়
the
না।
sellers or the bears are super strong. They
বস্তা
are
বেশি
not
আছে।
letting the price go above this level because
হ্যাঁ
they
ঠিক আছে,
see at
সাবধানে।
it as a good price too, where the supply
ঠিক আছে তুমি,
increases more than the demand.
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ,
Are we
এখন
clear
করতে হবে
with
না, তুমি মগরা
resistance?
ব্রিজ
Pretty
পার হয়ে
much
করো।
a point where the sellers are stronger than the buyers, hence they push
আচ্ছা
the
ঠিক আছে, এখন
price
তাহলে রাখছি,
down
আমার এমনি
from
ক্লাস
there,
চলছে, ও বাড়ি
right?
এসো দিয়ে
So this is
পরে
called
করবো।
a resistance. Now you will see that first time, second time, third time. On the fourth time, what happens is that finally, na, the bulls are basically the buyers are, overpower the bears. That means the demand push the price higher. So the buyers overpower the sellers and it goes above the resistance point here, like this. And this is called a breakout. That means the sellers who are selling the bears resistance, right, suddenly got broken. The bulls push the price above the resistance point, and this is phenomenon is called a breakout. It occurs because of a shift in sentiment or the opinion of the people from bearish, that is selling, to bullish. Can I get a clear or a CC crystal clear in the chat if we are clear till this point? CC, clear, 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 super clear. Okay, I will take some more examples. Don't worry. Let me take some more examples for you guys to understand. Okay, so let's take some real world examples. Okay, let's take some real world examples here. Okay, so let's look at this. So you guys can see here that the price comes up from here. And you can see once the price gets stuck at this point, again it goes down, again it gets stuck, again it goes down, again it gets stuck. 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. Could we say that this is a resistance point? Can you guys tell me what the price is? Resistance, what's the resistance level? Around 660 odd, 660? Could we say 660 is a resistance level? Could we say that? Correct. So which you can see, right? It's clearly acting like a barrier for the price to go above. Like think of it like a barrier, right? Now, finally, what happens? Can I say that this big green thing, this big green thing that has gone above, like it has broken through, right? Through that wall, can we say that this is a clear case of a breakout? Where the sellers who were stopping acting like a barrier, the buyers overpowered them and pushed the price higher. Can we say that? Okay. Now, when the price broke above, okay, in trading, right, it's actually the most simple thing to understand that you have to understand who is in control, the bulls or the bears. Okay. You have to understand who is in control, the bulls or the bears. And whoever is in control, you have to be along with them. So if the bulls are in control, you want to be also buying, yes or no? If the bulls are in control, you also want to be alongside them because they have shown their strength. You don't want to be a bear right now. Makes sense? So similarly here, when a breakout happens, this could be an opportunity to buy this M&M stock, for example. Yes or no? Let's say I buy the stock at 680, 700 rupees per share, right? And then do you see how the price goes up from here up to 930, almost 940? Do you see that price movement? Understood? Simple. You understood some a phenomenon happened. You understood that the bulls are in charge. You buy and then you go ahead. Okay, let's look at another example of another stock. This is Bajaj Finance. I'll just zoom in a bit if you need to see. Can we say that this is a point of resistance? Can we all agree that every time the price is coming to here, it's getting going down from there? It's very clear, right? You can see any chart that you open of any stock, you will see this kind of thing happening, right? Now, finally, can we say? that this is the point where the breakout happened, where the price went above the resistance? Can we all agree that this is where the price went above the resistance? A breakout, clear case, 800, 820, 840, and from there it went to 1070. Clear now? I hope you guys have understood this concept of breakout, how bulls are pushing the price higher, above a resistance, and pushing the point. Now that means that, Pratik, you get to see how many of you read newspapers, or Rahul has asked you to read some news or maybe read some articles in Money Control, Mint, all of these little articles that are there, right? You will see breakout, आया है, stock, fresh breakout, or any of these articles that you might read is a solid positive breakout, all of this. You will see, right? How many of you go through any of these? Maybe see some articles or in newspaper, anything like that. Okay. So guys, wonderful. So now I've explained to you the concept of breakout. You now, whenever the stock goes above a resistance, you buy, and it's easy money, right? Done, guys. Thank you. Chalo, wonderful. Thank you for coming for today's session. We can all become millionaires going forward. We have understood who is in control, and we are good to go. Done. Super. You guys should thank me for, saving your time in today's session, giving you guys a good rest. No, can't be that easy. No. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, yes. Okay. So, itna bhi, let's not get overexcited with all of this. Whatever I've shown you, we can all feel that, okay, breakout works and, it can make money, easy money. But the reality is, guys, that sometimes, and actually more often than not, this whole breakout thing or something that you see so obvious, right, is not the most lucrative. So even if it works, just financially, it is not lucrative. Okay. And I will justify that. And I will justify that. Guys, are we ready now to understand how we are going to? I'm going to show you how simply following breakouts is not going to work. We have to do something else with it. Okay, let's try some of it. We are not going anywhere. We are here with, you're stuck with me for the next few hours. Okay, so, all right. So let's get going. Okay, so we are going to test. Okay, we are going to, the simplest way to find out. I'm not going to give my opinion. Let's see what data tells us. Okay, let's see what data tells us. So we decided to back test this theory. How many of you are hearing the word backtest for the first time? Maybe you guys have heard it yesterday. The word backtest, Rahul must have used it, or I will again explain it, no problem. Yesterday, some of you have heard, some of you are hearing for the first time, but let me just repeat it again. Backtesting essentially means going back in history to test something. Okay, going back in history to test something. For example, you will say, I will, if you have a certain strategy, you want to know if that strategy is performing, how it has performed historically, guys. Before you put your money on any strategy right now, wouldn't you be better, more comfortable in putting your money in a strategy which has performed historically? Yes or no? Does that make sense? Like, you wouldn't want to go to a horse race and put your money on a horse which has lost all races, right? You would not. That's not an ideal way to do it, right? You would want to find out the history of which horse is the has won the most races. Maybe put your money there. I'm just giving you some examples, not encouraging any kind of horse betting. Okay. All right. So we are going to test this theory of breakout, and we are going to do it on Nifty 500 stocks. Now, all of you know what Nifty 50 is, right? Nifty 50, the top largest 50 companies of our country are part of this index called Nifty 50. Okay, the largest 50 companies. Now, in the National Stock Exchange, there are about 2,500, 2,600 odd companies. Okay. Now, instead of taking all those companies, what we have decided is that let's not look at all the shares, okay? Because some of them are very small, some of them can be, easily manipulated, so on and so forth. So let's take the largest 500 companies. We have decided to test our breakout theory in the largest 500 companies of our country. Are we clear with that? Can we do that? Understood? Super clear? Okay? Wonderful. And we have decided to test it over the last 8 years. Okay. Why 8 years? Like from, let's say, from 2018 onwards, if we are basically testing, that essentially gives us a period of even COVID, right? You want to find out how your strategy performed during a period where everything was chaos. Yes or no, guys? I mean, if it performs every day, that is fine. But I want to see, even when there is chaos all over the world, how does my theory work? Otherwise, I don't want to put my money in any theory, right? So that's why we decided to do this on the breakout. Okay. Now I'll come to the rules of the breakout. Guys, are we clear till now? All of us on the same page? We are enjoying the session till now. A quick check in before we move forward. Yes. Super. Okay. Amazing. All right. Now, so let's go to the Nifty 500 125 days breakout. So we are going to test this theory from the 1st of January 2018 to 31st of December 2025. I have not taken till July, like the latest date. I have taken till December so that the year, like it completes a full year. Okay, it completes the full year. Okay, from January 2018 up to 31st December 2025. How many years, guys? 8 years. Okay, 8 years. Now, when we are, want to test something, we have to make a rule of when are we entering or when will we be buying that stock. Okay, and the rule is that the stock close should be greater than the highest high of the last 125 days. How many of you felt like that was a bouncer, like right over your head, just zoomed past? Like you don't know what just happened, Pratik. Matlab, you know? Okay. All right. Super. I love it. When people like first they don't understand, then next moment I'll explain, they'll be like, oh, so easy. Okay, let me explain. Okay. Okay. How many days do we have in a year? How many days do we have in a year? 365? Okay. Super. Now, out of those 365 days, we have Saturdays and Sundays where the markets are closed. Correct? Saturdays and Sundays, the markets are closed. Then there are some kind of holidays and this, how many holidays we have in India, right? So overall, can we say there are about 250 working days in a year? Can we say that? Approximately 250 working days in a year. Can we say that? Approximately. Sometimes 260, 245, 250 later. Working days. If 250 is 1 year of working days, any guesses what 125 might be? From where did this number 125 come? 6 months? 6 months? Understood? So now let me explain what essentially this is, okay? So think of it like this, okay? So think of it that this period from here, this is one stock, okay? It goes from here, comes down, goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down. This entire thing, right, is in the last, this entire thing, this entire thing is in the last 125 days. What is the highest price in the last 125 days? Can I say this is the highest price? Can I say this point, this pink purple line that you guys can see, this is the highest point in the last 6 months? Can I say that? Our rule of breakout basically is that the stock should go up close on, the stock should go above the highest point in the last 6 months. If it does that, we consider it as a breakout. So in the last 6 months, if the highest point was 100 rupees, today it should go above 100, and then we consider it as a breakout. That means in the last 6 months, this stock could not go above 100, and today it went above 100. That is our agenda, to find a stock which has broken out. Are we a little more clear with this, guys? Are we a little more clear with this? Yes, simple now. Concept samjha? Very simple. The stock close has to be greater than the highest price of the last 125 days or 6 months. Okay, that is when we buy. After we buy, we have to sell it also, right? After we buy in stock, we have to sell it also, right? So when do we sell it? We sell it, we hold it for 5 trading days and sell it on the fifth day. For example, if today is Friday, if today you bought a stock, when will you sell it? Saturday, Sunday, markets are closed. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. 5 days. So next Friday, you will sell it. Next Friday, on the close of fifth day, you will sell it. Are we clear? So if today any stock has broken above the 6 month high, you will buy today. And after 6 days, after 5 working days, you will sell it. Now the question is, Pratik, why 5 days? Even if it is in loss? Yes, even if it is in loss. Because think of it this way, right, guys? The logic is very simple. What's the main understanding of a breakout? That the bulls have taken charge, yes or no? What's the main concept of a breakout? That the bulls have taken charge? Now, if the bulls are really strong, shouldn't the price go up in the next 1 week, next 5 days? At least it should go up, right? Why should it come down? Yes or no? If the bulls are really strong, then they should push the price up immediately. Why should they wait for anyone? Correct? So that's what I'm saying. We are looking even, and if it comes down 5 days, that means the bulls were not strong enough. Yes or no? That means you sell the stock and go in loss. Of course, you're not going to be in profit all the time. Are we clear with this logic? Okay. Do you guys want to see what the performance of the strategy is? A simple breakout. Can we see what's the first, how the strategy has performed over the last 8 years from 2018 to 2025? I'll explain you some things. Okay, let's look at this. Okay. All right. So I'll just zoom in a bit so that we are clear. Okay. So this is the 125 days high breakout on Nifty 500 stocks from 1st of January 2018 to 31st of December 2025. Okay. Now let's look at some of the terms here. CAGR. Okay. CAGR essentially means compounded annual growth rate. The return on a year-on-year basis. That is 22.6%. How many of you think that is amazing? Like on a year-on-year basis, if your money is getting compounded on 22%, that's great, right? I mean, your fixed deposit, you get like 5, 6%, and mutual fund, you get 14, 12, 13%, and here you're getting 22.6%. Amazing, right? Super cool, right? Great. How many of you think this is amazing? Drop in the biggest amazing in the chat. Amazing. Chalo, badhiya. Now, let me bring all of you back to a little of reality, okay? All the things people show you, but all the things people don't show you, I want to show it to you today. I want to explain this to you, okay? So please listen to this very carefully. So this is amazing. 22.6 is amazing number, which is great. Let's look at the next here. MAXDD. Max DD means draw down. Okay, max DD means draw down of minus 37.7%. How many of you are hearing this for the first time? Drawdown, the term drawdown. You guys are hearing for the first time. Okay. Let me give you an example, okay? So let's say in your home, you have a cookie jar, right? Biscuits, cookies, right? In that cookie jar, you have 10 biscuits. Okay, you have 10 biscuits. Okay. Now you're expecting some guests today. So you buy another packet and you fill it up again in the container, right? Now, how many total biscuits do you have? You had 10 before. You had another 10. So total, how many biscuits do you have? You have 20 biscuits. Very simple. You have 20 biscuits. Now, today evening, the guests come and you give them, you serve them tea, cookies, all of that, you serve them. And at night, you come and check your jar. There are only 10 biscuits remaining. So, what is the maximum amount of biscuits that were there? From 10, it became 20. And from 20, it became 10 again. Yes or no? From 20, it became 10 again. How much percentage has it come down from 20 to 10 means it's a 50%. reduction. It's a 50% reduction. That is what is meant by drawdown. So if let's say you invest 1 lakh rupees or 10 lakh rupees, whatever, okay, 10 lakh rupees, 37.7%. Okay, your 1 lakh can become around how much? 63%, 63,000. Do you think you will be very comfortable sleeping very happily in your like 37%? Ah, it's okay, normal. 37%, 10 lakhs ka 37%. It goes away. 3.7 lakhs gone. Do you think you'll be very happy with it? But you are getting 22.6%. You should be very happy. Okay. This is what the thing is. Now, the strategy is always not going to give you money. There are going to be times when the strategy will lose money also. And this is where the 37.7% becomes very, very difficult. Are we clear with this concept of drawdown, guys? Are we clear? The reduction in your equity because of strategy not performing or a bad phase or COVID, whatever reason may happen, right? Due to which your strategy gives you loss making trades. Okay. Now that is what drawdown essentially means, right? The next concept here is sharp. Okay. How many of you sharp first time you're hearing the word sharp? I think that's the more people will be hearing the word sharp for the first time, but let me explain what sharp is. Okay. So sharp, यहाँ पे the ratio is 1.37. So sharp essentially means how much return are you getting for the risk you're taking. Let me give you an example. Okay. Let's say today I tell you, so anyone, Sangeeta ji, Swati ji, anyone, right, who is here today, you can make 1 crore right now, or you can lose everything that you have right now. Would you be willing to take that bet? You can make 1 crore immediately, or you can become zero. Would you be willing to take that bet right now? Would you be willing to take that bet right now? No, right? So because you are now saying that is what Sharpe ratio means, right? It's not how you earned that 1 crore, but at what risk did you earn that 1 crore? Understood, guys? Don't look at I earned 22%, but look at what risk did you take to earn that 22%. That is very important. Anyone wants a little me to repeat it? Or this is touching you guys somewhere? Understanding the little bit, understand the concept? Okay, it's not about okay, I have my 20%, 30%, this percent, that percent. People say this strategy gave you 22%. Very good. But what is the risk that I had to take to make this 22% is the more important question. Yes or no? What if you that to make this 22%, you had to lose 50% few times? It's not good enough, right? It's not good enough, right? So hence you want this Sharpe ratio is basically the return divided by risk, how much risk you're taking. So this number, Sharpe, should be a bigger number. That means the bigger the Sharpe number, the better for a strategy. So here the Sharpe is 1.37. Okay. Guys, are we clear till now? Basic. We'll cover more of this again and again. You will understand it. But for now, example समझ आया सबको? Okay. ठीक है. So return of 22.6%, drawdown of 37%, Sharpe of 1.37. We'll look at Sharpe. It will compare it. We can't say it's good or bad. Okay. Now there are 8,034 trades in the last 8 years. 8,034 trades. That means every time a stock goes around the 6-month high, you buy, right? How many of you know that every time you buy or sell a stock, you have to pay brokerage? You have to pay stamp, you have to pay cess, you have to pay STT, so much and so. How many of you know that whether you make money or whether you lose money, you have to pay those charges? Okay, whether you have made profit or loss, that is something that you have to do. Okay, now 8,034 trades means more number of trades means more charges. Yes or no? More number of trades means more charges. Yes or no? Correct. So that is also something which is not good. And the win rate is 50.4%. That means out of 10 times, 5.4 times I make money. The remaining times 4.6 times I lose. Okay. Now given all of these factors, do you think this is a very good strategy to make you trade on? Like, look, given the fact that CHR is 22%, which is great, but behind it, there is drawdown of 37%, 8,000 trades. You're paying a lot, you're making your broker and government rich. Are you actually making money or are you making the government rich? Correct? We also have to pay tax on that. Correct. So, this is the part that no one talks about. How many of you understood that just looking at returns is not good enough? And I will explain you the next few parts, right? So, what very, very important to find that how can we make it better? Okay. What are the ways to make it better, guys? Return, CAGR, compounded annual growth rate. The return, we have to increase that number. We want to increase it, of course. Who doesn't want higher return? But we also want to reduce our drawdown, yes or no? 37% loss can be too much, right? We want to reduce our drawdown. That means if we do both of them, Sharpe ratio will anyways increase, right? That is great. We want to reduce the number of trades, yes or no? We don't want to make government and broker rich. We want to make money for ourselves. And if the win rate goes up, which is great. Okay. Are we clear with this? Okay. So the question then comes, Pratik, super. Thank you for telling us all of this. But what do I do? Like, how can I improve? How many of you have that question? How can I improve the strategy? So you're saying breakout does not work. How can I improve it? And what do the professionals do that is different from us? How many of you would want to know this? All the people who are trading professionally, what do they do differently that you others they don't do that? They are completely different to that. It's a secret, but I think you'll be shocked to hear this secret. Okay. The concept is called probability. How many of you have heard this word before, probability? Maybe you have heard in your class, statistics, maths, probability. Common concept in maths, probability, right? For example, when you say if you're going to toss a coin, and what's the probability of head and what's the probability of tails? 50-50, correct? If you toss a coin, the probability of heads is 50%, the probability of tails is 50%. Okay? Now, think of it this way, like basic concept, okay? Like for now, just think basically, okay? The stock can either go up or the stock can go down. Yes or no? Can the stock go round and round in one place? It cannot, right? It can either go up or it can either go down. Yes? Yes or no? Fair. Essentially, it's not exactly 50%, but essentially, can we say, even if you don't know anything about the market, 50% or you will be like, you should be able to figure out 50%. If you close your eyes, if you give a monkey something, if you buy and then sell the next moment, there's a, he has a probability of being right 50%, wrong 50%, right? What the professionals do essentially is, guys, they increase this probability from 50% to higher, even if it's 51, 52, 53. If they can bring the probability higher by adding some things, by doing a certain form of concept called layering. If I can add certain layers, I can increase my probability from 50 to 60 to 70%. How many of you are hearing this for the first time? Concept of layering. Okay, let me explain. Okay, I love to take these examples. Okay, I know, don't get hungry, but you guys see a pizza, right? First, there's a base of the pizza, the dough, right? On the dough, you would put your sauce. On the sauce, you will put cheese. On the cheese, you might put your whatever basil topping, or you want to put anything else, right? So, do you see we're adding layers and layers to make the pizza tasty? You just don't want to you can't just put a dough and then put sauce and say it's a good pizza, right? Does that make sense? You want to layer it properly to be able for it to be called a pizza. Similarly, when you are talking about a strategy, if you have one part that is a breakout, can we add certain more layers to that to be able to make our strategy better? Can we make our probabilities better? How do you think that sounds? Does that sound interesting? Can we try to do that? Yes? Okay. Okay. So for that, we will be adding a layer to improve our probabilities. So we are going to be adding a second layer, and that layer is going to be that the breakout that we have. Along with that, we also want to see that it should happen with high volumes. Now, before you question, Ki Pratik, what is volume? Let me essentially give you an idea. Okay. So let's say you are in a night market. Okay. You are in an unknown city. You can't speak the language, but essentially you are in the night market with the food stalls. Okay. How do you know which food stall sells the best food? What's the best way to find out? Any guesses? What's the best way to find out in a foreign place? What's the best food stall? The place which has the most crowd? Yes or no? Yes or no? The more number of people in line or waiting to eat or eating there tells you clearly that restaurant or that food stall is good. Yes or no? Let's say for now you don't have Google, yeah. Matlab, or let's say yeah, more people have left reviews. Okay, fair enough. So now I'm saying the point is that the concept of volume also is same. Basically, lots of people are showing that interest in it. That means not only is the breakout happening, but a lot of people are involved in the breakout. Don't you think you'll be more confident? That means the bulls are coming together in pack. They're coming together strong. They're not just
হ্যাঁ,
not 10 bulls are coming, there are
বলছি
100
বাড়ি
bulls
চলে এসছো?
coming, or those 10 bulls which are coming, they are coming with 100 crores.
ও
Wouldn't you want to be
আচ্ছা
part
ঠিক
of
আছে।
that rather than just one bull trying
কতগুলো
to push
দিয়েছিলে
the
এটা?
price up? Yes or no? Making sense? I'm,
ও
I'm just trying to create some analogies for you guys so that some or the
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা,
other way you're able to remember them and hit them.
ঠিক
I
আছে।
hope they're helpful, right? Little this analogies I'm trying to point out. Fair? Okay. Okay. So now let's add this point that so first layer was 125 days breakout. We are adding the second layer of volume. Okay. So this is same, nothing changes from 1st January 2018 to 31st December 2025, Nifty 500. No changes there. Now we add the second rule, right? The first rule is the stock close is greater than the highest high of the 125 days. Everyone is clear with this one, right? The first rule that the stock has to go above the highest price of the last 6 months. All of us are clear with that? Super clear? Amazing, 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 amazing. Okay. The second rule essentially is that the volume, okay, the number of people interested, the volume has to be greater than twice the average volume of the last 125 days. How many of you, this also was a bouncer? Or how many of you like hit it for a six? What do you think? Bouncer? Bouncer? Understood? Bouncer? Let me explain. Okay, let me explain. Chalo. First rule, of course, everyone's clear with the first rule, right? Everyone is clear with the first rule? Yes? Okay, so let's look at the second one, okay? So this green bars, no, these bars that you can see, these histograms, okay, think of it as volume. Okay. Now we are using average. How many of you know the concept of average? Mean, average, mean, like average or mean. All of you know now, basic concept of average. I hope no one here says no. Average कैसे लेते हैं? You basically add the number of thing total of sum of the observations divided by the number of observations, right? ठीक है? So you'll get the average. Now every day, let's say for the last 6 months, you will see certain volume, right? 100 shares, 200 shares, 500 shares. They're trading every day, right? Number of shares that are volume you'll see. We are saying on the day of the breakout here, right? This volume, this bar should be double, should be more than twice, more than double the average of the last 125 days. So if in the last 125 days, if the average is 100, today it should be at least 200 or more. It should be greater than 200. We are saying that average volume in the last 6 months, if it is 100, today it has to be double that. Only then can I say that yes. Suddenly you will, for example, wouldn't you be like, let's say you are going, in your car, okay? Every day you pass to the same place. Okay? And suddenly you see that, or you travel in a metro. Every day the metro is empty. You see like 5, 10 people. And suddenly one day you go, you see 100 people. Don't you think you will think something is going on, right? Something is not normal. Yes or no? On average, every day when you travel in the metro, if there are 10, 15 people sitting around, and today there are 100 people, you will think now some event must be there, something is going on. Basic logic. Similarly, this is the point. Okay, now we're saying when the breakout is happening and the volume should be double that, then I want to be interested in that stock. Okay, I'll show you an example also so that we are clear with this. Okay, let me show you in Reliance. Can you guys see my screen? Can you guys see my screen? Okay, so this is the stock of Reliance. Okay, this is the stock of Reliance. Okay, okay. This blue line that you see, right? That is the 125 days average volume. Okay, so whenever you see these bars above that, that is the volume is greater than the average. Okay, so look at here. Do you see that here price went above the resistance here? Can you say that this is a breakout? Price went above the resistance here. But do you see that the volume is very less, small volume? So do you see that the price came down from there? Even though breakout happened, but the volume did not, it did not show that there was so much strength in it. A lot of people were not interested in it. Hence, the price came down from there. Now let's compare that to this point, right? Can we say that this is a resistance? One sec. Can we say this is a resistance? Yes or no? Can we say this is a resistance? And can we say this is a breakout when the price goes above? Can we say, look at the bars here? Can you see how big the bars are here of volume? Do you see that volume is acting like a big, uh, way of understanding? Yes, this is actually a good strength here. Hungry, bulls are hungry. They're pushing the price higher. Makes sense, everyone? I hope this is very clear. I want you to take this example live from the Reliance chart so that we are very clear with this. Okay? Clear? So are we clear with the first and the second rule? Clear with the first and second rule? The exit rule is same. We sell after 5 days. We don't change anything with that. Okay? We don't change anything with that. We only sell after 5 days. Okay? Do you guys want to see the results for this now? What happens when we add this second layer? When we add the second layer, what happens? Yes? Okay, sure, excited? Absolutely. Okay, let's look at this part. Okay, so let me zoom in. So same 125 days high breakout plus volume. Okay, Nifty 500 from 1st of Jan 2018 to 31st December. Has the return gone up from 22% to 30, almost 33%? Has the return gone up? Yes, clearly return has gone up. Has the drawdown come down from 37% to 25%? Yes or no? Because of that, has the Sharp ratio gone up from 1.37 to 1.84? Yes or no? Yes. Has the number of trades reduced from 8,000 to 6,400? Yes or no? Do you see now how we have added a small little tweak to the breakout and how suddenly strategy has completely transformed into something new? How many of you are amazed to see this? A little tweak on the concept of breakout, and it has not only increased your return but reduced your risk also. It has reduced your cost also. It has slightly improved your win rate from 50.4 to 51%. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that awesome? Max drawdown, DD's drawdown. Isn't that awesome, guys? Super. Okay. Look at even if we compare both of them, let's compare both of them, right? So simply 125 days breakout. And here, if I add a volume filter, look at the difference. 22.6%, 32.9. Drawdown, reduced. Sharp, increased. Number of trades, reduced. Win rate, increased. I've also taken basically, let's say I invest 10 lakh rupees on 1st of January 2018. It would become 51 lakhs, and this would become 97 lakhs at the end of 8 years. Of course, cost and short-term capital gains, all these are not included. But overall, wouldn't you think this is so much better compared to when people just randomly tell you breakout kar lo? Yeah, simple breakout. Okay. But do you think we can make this better? Do you think we can make this better? How many of you think we can make it better? See, I think, look, this return of 32.9% is super. Okay, that's like a dream. But I think we can reduce the drawdown further, right? Don't you think? Like, even if this return goes down to 30%, but if my drawdown reduces more, don't you think that's better, guys? Don't you think? Like, thoda return I will reduce. I don't want 32% or 50%. I'll reduce my return 30%. But if my drawdown can come down, if my risk can come down, then I'm more comfortable with that. Or if my number of trades can come down, I'll be more happy at that. Yes? Okay? Okay? So do you want to add another layer? One more layer, let's add. One more layer, let's add. Yes? So we are going to add the next layer, and that layer is called RSI, or Relative Strength Index. Okay, so RSI is an indicator which says that it should be low so that there's room for price to go up. Okay, now essentially, let me just take you there so that you can understand it better. Let me take you to Nifty only so that I can show you this a little bit better. Okay. Can you guys see my chart? Can you guys see my screen? Yeah. Okay, super. Okay, now you can see here in this thing, it is called RSI, okay? RSI, which stands for Relative Strength Index. Okay, Relative Strength Index. Okay? Now, this essentially is an indicator. It indicates whether the price has gone too much up or too much down. Think of it logically, okay? Do you want to buy a stock which has already gone up a lot? Do you want to do that? Do you want to buy a stock which has already gone up before you buy? No, right? Uh, you want to buy and then from there you want it to go up, right? You don't want it to buy when it already gone up a lot. So essentially, RSI helps us understand that. Essentially, when there are two boundaries, the first one is 70 and the 30. Okay. So when the RSI, this value, this line that you can see, RSI, goes above 70, we consider it as an overbought. That means it's already gone up. So look at this case, right? For example, look at this case. RSI is above 70 in this case here. Can you see this? RSI is above 70 here. So the price has gone up already. Now it has come down from there. Does it make sense to buy it here, guys? When RSI is at 70, for example? It does not. Let's look at here. Let's look at this case, for example. Let's look at this case. Does it make sense to buy here when the RSI is above 70? Correct? So you don't want to buy when the RSI is greater than 70, right? You want to buy when the RSI is a little lower, maybe less than 70. If the RSI is less than 70, you can buy because you don't want to buy a stock which is already gone up. Yes or no? Makes sense? By the way, just letting you know, you can see that I'm not going into Y70. What's the formula for RSI? I can take a 3-hour session just on RSI. But I don't think that's important right now. Does that make sense, guys? I don't want to go into this point because the point is not to explain you RSI, but the point is to explain you layering concept. I don't want to complicate things too much here. Clear now? Okay, super. Okay. So essentially, this is what we are understanding. So we are going to add a third layer, and that is along with the breakout and volume, we want to add that RSI has to be less than 70. RSI has to be less than 70. So universe remains same, date remains same. Rule, the first rule, stock above 125 days high. Second rule, volume is greater than the average volume of the last 6 months. And RSI should be less than 70. So can you kindly look at my screen and tell me if we are clear with these three layers? If we are clear with these three layers? Yes, super clear. Everyone, super clear with these three layers? RSI less than 70. Okay. These are the three rules. Same thing, we exit, we hold for 5 days and we sell on the fifth day. Okay. So after 5 days, we sell. So that does not change. Only thing that's changed is that RSI. How many of you want to see how the strategy performed with the third layer of RSI? How many of you want to see how it performed with the third layer of RSI? Okay. Maza aega? Let's see. Okay, let us go and see. So here, breakout plus volume plus RSI, Nifty 500, same date we are checking. Do you see that the return is pretty much the same? 32.9, 32.8, return is pretty much same. But what has reduced here, guys? What has reduced? Drawdown has come to minus 15%. Now that is something that is acceptable, yes or no? To make 32%, I can risk a little bit of 15%. My Sharp has almost become 2. My Sharp has become 1.97 or 2. Has the number of trades come down from 8,000 to 6,000 to almost 5,600? And my win rate has slightly gone up to 52%. Awesome. Yes or no? How many of you are thinking that amazing? Now, if we compare all of these, look at this, right? Essentially 32.9, 32.79, 32.8, pretty much the same. But I will tell you, okay, I'll ask you a question. Okay, let's see who can answer. Okay. If you compare the second breakout and volume and you compare this one with the RSI filter, which one do you think is a better strategy? Which one do you think is a better strategy? Third one, why is a better strategy? First, you will say, oh, Pratik, the drawdown is very less. Drawdown is the lowest. Okay. But I will also tell you the returns for this, the returns for this also will be higher. You know why? The returns for this also will be higher. You know why? Matlab, you know why? Because the number of trades are lower, right? 5,600 versus 6,400. So the amount of money that you will be spend, less money you'll be spending, na, that means your return essentially will go up, yes or no? Final value after reduction of all the expenses will be highest for the third option, yes or no? So essentially, you are making yourself rich, you're reducing your risk, you are increasing your returns, you're reducing your expenses. Isn't that all we want? Where what do most people focus on? What do most people focus on? They just focus on returns. How many of you have felt today that it was a big opener, eye opener, that just not to focus on returns blindly? Returns देख लिया उसके पीछे you run after. You don't know the risk behind it. I can tell you very easily, do you want to make 1 crore? And I can pull you in the room and tell you that you have to make 1 crore, but for that you have to fight with this lion. फंस गए ना अभी? Are you clear with this? Everyone in the YouTube, you see how to make 1 crore, how to make 50% return. But boss, what's the risk that I have to take to make that 50%? No one asked that question. No one asked that question. I'm pulling into your room saying, Dekho, dekho, you'll make 1 crore. And you enter the room and you're like, oh my God, I have to fight this land to make 1 crore. Can you imagine that situation? This is what is happening with all of you. How many of you feel that? Har jagah, everywhere, they're only talking about returns, returns, returns. But no one is talking about risk adjusted return. So instead of returns, we should be focusing on risk adjusted return. How much risk, how much money am I risking to get a certain return? We want to reduce our number of trades, and we want to reduce our drawdown, and we want to reduce our drawdown. So compared to last time, now how many of you feel like Nawazuddin Siddiqui? Ki abhi mein to I am in the chand, like like suddenly Pandora's box has opened, and oh my God, like there are some new things which are coming. Yes, absolutely. Okay. So this is the reality, guys. Matlab, there is no thing way about it. There is Appunichi Bhagwan, right? No, that's not true. Okay. But I hope you get my point, right? I hope you get my point. Okay. So this is where I want to, unveil this peak framework to you guys, because I've been still now working hard to deliver you guys this peak framework, and each word of this PEAK means something. So I've already taught you the P part, and I want you to, make a note of this, guys. I really want you to make a note of this. Each and every one of you who is attending today's session, okay? Can we all promise that from Monday onwards, that is next Monday onwards, you are not going to be chasing those returns and not going to be trading like like a normal 95% other people? Can we all agree to this? Then then I will think, okay, something, all the thing that I'm putting today will make some sense. Can we all agree to that? No point in understanding all of this and going back to listening to TV channels and newspapers and buying stocks randomly from some tip. Okay, let's not do that. Okay, agreed? Clear? Okay, let's not do that. Okay, a little promise between all of us. Okay, you and me. Okay, all right, super. So the first thing of peak is, of course, how to use all of these technical concepts like a pro. What are the clear prerequisites of being a trader? The first one, of course, and the most important one when I asked you this question, the difference between knowledge and information versus wisdom and application, right? How many of you feel that, yes, Pratik, everyone can teach me breakout, but the way that you have put volume and RSI together, that only wisdom and application can teach. You will find, by the way, you will find breakout in the books in YouTube, you'll find it. You will find volume, you'll find it. You will find RSI, you will find it. But to put them three together needs application, yes or no? Needs application. So when's the first question now when I asked, right? Do you think self-learning basic concepts will make you a successful trader? Do you see the difference now? Ki knowledge and information you will get anywhere. It's free. Go for it. It's available everywhere. But wisdom and application will only be available not everywhere. That's for sure. Okay. What makes a professional win consistently? The concept of probability and layering, and how are they different from the common man or the retailer? Okay, that is very, very important to understand. Now, while we are here, can we all take a quick breath and just digest whatever we have covered till now? Because I think I have added some important points for each and every one of you. And I think before I can already see the next question, Ki Pratik, how do I, find this trades? How if you have this question? Ki how will I find that there's a breakout that's coming right now? How will I find the volume? How will I find, the RSI? Do I have some kind of magic wand? Do you have to go through like 500 stocks one by one? Do you think that's possible? To go through 500 stocks one by one to check, yes, breakout is happening. Oh, yes, volume is happening. Oh, yes, RSI is below 70. Do you think it's possible? Not possible. Impossible, right? So we have to find a way to exclude the noise. Okay. We have to find a way to exclude the noise. And that's where we are going. to be building a scanner together. I think yesterday Rahul gave you guys a glimpse of the scanner. How many of you remember that? Of course, he did not teach anything regarding that, but he said that we'll be covering something today. Okay. Yes. So what I'm going to do right now, okay, what I'm going to do right now is I am going to build this scanner in front of you. You don't have to build it alongside me, okay? You do not have to build it alongside me. We will be giving you this scanner by ourselves. So हम ये बना के आपको देंगे. So through this scanner, you will be able to identify these stocks. Fair, everyone? So for now, just watch. You don't have to follow or do it along with me because I don't want that to spend time there. I want you to just see it. I want to show you how I do it, and then you can just use the link that we're going to share at the end of today's session. Fair, everyone? Ready for it? All of us ready? Yes. By the way, I hope no one is bored. Anyone bored till now? Please tell me. Anyone bored? No, na. Good na session. Time is flying. Do you guys see it's almost 8:30? Time is super, super flying. We started 7 o'clock. It's almost 8:30. So super excited. Good. Interesting. Time is flying. So okay, amazing. Let's go. Okay. All right. Let's go to this. We are going to be using a website called chartinc.com. Okay, chartinc.com. Okay. Now, this is, you can use it for free. They have a premium plan. You do not have to buy the premium plan. Agree? Understood, everyone? You do not have to buy the premium plan to use it. Not have to do it. Okay. This strategy does not require you to buy the premium plan. We'll share with you the scanner. You can use it yourself. Okay. So charting.com, you can log in using your Google account, Gmail account, whatever it is. And I will go to create a scan. Okay. I will go to create a scan. Okay. Now let's build this. And I will little bit help I need from you guys. Okay. So the first thing is, what was our universe, guys? It was Nifty 100, Nifty 200, Nifty 50, Nifty 500. Who remembers? What was it? Which was our universe? We were looking at the top 500. So we want to test our strategy on the top 500 stocks, Nifty 500 stocks. Okay, clear? Zoom screen. Okay, is it better now? Better? Okay. Now, what was the first rule, guys? What was the first rule? The stock should close above the highest price of the last 125 days. Yes or no? Correct? So let me do it. See if you understand it. If you don't worry about it. Okay? The stock should close. Okay? Stock should close, daily close should be greater than the highest price max. One sec. Maximum price of the, I'll just zoom out a bit so that everyone can see, of the last 125 days high. Are we clear with this? I'll just do one there. How many of you are a little confused about this? Or how many of you understand this, what I did, or how many of you don't understand it? Little bit confused? Okay. Let me just, I don't want to go into how to do this, but can you see this explain button here? Okay, I'm going to click on explain and ask it to explain what I have made. Okay. So this filter checks if the current daily closing price of the stock is greater than the highest daily price recorded over the last 125 days. Is that what we want? It's saying that today's price has to be highest in the last 125 days. Now, you don't have to make this, guys. That's why I said I'm going to give this scanner to you so that it's less complicated. Okay? It's less complicated. Fair? Okay? So, out of the 500 stocks on today, that is 31st of July, How many of you think that how many stocks qualify the first filter? How many of you think, how many of you want to see? Any guesses? Let me see how many guesses. Out of 500 stocks, how many stocks do you think confirms the first filter? 20, 250 plus, wow. Okay. 50, 50, 14, 5. Okay, let me run this and I will show you. How many stocks, guys? How many stocks? Out of 500, only 11 stocks. 11 stocks here, 11 stocks, Bajaj Finance, Concord, all of this are fulfilling the first criteria. How cool is this? One click, and I'm able to filter all the stocks who have broken the last 6 month high. Super cool. No hard work I had to do. I could just put out of 500, it has given me all of that. Okay. But are we done with it, guys? We have two more filters remaining, right? We have two more filters remaining. What's the second filter that we have to do? What's the second filter that we have to do? Volume, right? So what is the volume filter? That the daily volume should be greater than the average. Let me just do average volume of, okay, not daily. This will be the average volume of the last 125 days. But we have to add twice the average volume, right? So we will add a multiplier that it is into number 2. Okay. So essentially, if I click on the explain button here, you will see what it means essentially that the daily trading volume of the stock must be more than double the average volume of the last 125 days. For example, it says if 1000 shares, the average is 1000 shares, the current daily volume needs to be more than 2000. Okay, clear? Are we clear with this? Don't put your head into Pratik. How can I also build this scanner together? I will be giving you a document on step by step how to do it. But for now, and also I'll be giving the scanner, right? So essentially, the point is not to go there at all. Okay. So are we clear with this? The second filter is volume filter. My volume should be greater than the average, twice the average volume. But here I have to put 1 day ago because I don't want to take today's volume in the average. I want to take till yesterday's volume in the average. Okay. Okay, out of this 11 stocks, how many stocks do you think is going to filter down? How many stocks do you think will remain out of this 11 stocks if I run the second filter? 5, 4, 7, 7, 3 to 5 stocks, 3, 2, 2, 7. Chalo, let's run it. How many stocks remains out of 11? 6. Amazing, right? Now we have reduced from 500 to 11 to now 6 of our prime targets. Right? But we are not yet done, right? What was the last filter that is remaining? What is the last filter that is remaining? RSI has to be less than 70. Okay, so let's add the last. This is the easy one. So let's add RSI, RSI, RSI. Yeah, RSI has to be less than number 70. This is simple, guys. This is simple. 70 for now is a benchmark. Let's just assume 70 is a benchmark. Okay. Simple. Okay. Clear? We'll run scan. Okay. How many of you think 6 में से कितना आएंगे? 1, 2, 2, 3. Okay. Let's see. Let's run the scan. How many stocks are here? Which are the 3 stocks that remain? 3 stocks today. How many of you think this is super? From 500, we have come to 3 prime targets that we will be buying. And that's it. We don't want to be looking at 500 stocks. We don't want to look at what is happening. We want to look at these 3 stocks. By the way, there will be some days where you will see 0 stocks. What will you do then? What will you do then? You will not do anything. You will not do anything. Simple. You will wait for next day. Are we clear? So if you would have bought, if you buy this stock today at the close, you would sell it when? Next Friday, after 5 days. Yes or no? You'd want to sell it on after next 5 days. Okay. So that is what. So I'm going to save this scan. I'm going to call it breakout plus volume plus RSI scanner. Okay. Breakout scanner. Okay. And then I'm going to save it. Okay. Okay. Now I want to show you some examples. Okay. So let's take some history. Let's look at some stocks which have like happened. And so on the 29th, for example, 29th of June. Okay. These are some of the stocks which have what you call that gone, which have come into this filter. Okay. Which have come into this filter. Okay. So let's look at the first stock, Thermax. Okay, let's look at the first stock, Thermax. So when you will see this yellow line, that means that is the day when the buying came. Okay, that is the day when the buying came. Are we clear? When you see these yellow lines, that is when the buying came. So here it came a few times before. So if you have bought it here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is it a profit? If you would have bought in April, yes. If you would have bought it in June and would it have been in profit? No, right? It 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It came down, loss. Okay, that is fine. Let's look at the next stock that we would have bought. Okay, is this in profit? If you would have bought it here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, this also would have been in profit. Yes or no? After we bought on this green line, it went up in the next 5 days, which is great. So one loss, one profit. Let's look at the third stock that came. What about this stock? If you bought it here after 5 days, you sold it. Will it be in profit or loss? Profit. Badhiya. Okay, so let's look at the next one. If you would have bought it here after 5 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you would have sold it here. Profit or loss? Profit. Okay, beautiful. So one loss, three profits. Let's look at this one. If you bought it here after 5 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you would have sold it here. Profit or loss? Yellow line is when the signal came. Yellow line is when the signal came, right? So I'm just showing you historically, just taking some examples of when the signal came, right? Amazing. Okay. And let's look at the last one. If you would have bought it here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, profit or loss? All of them out of this six, five are profit, one is loss. Have you made money? Yes or no? For 5 days, we'll hold it for 5 days. Are you guys clear? Are you guys clear about what this is about? Understood the scanner? How much time it will take you in a day to find this and do this? 5 minutes, 10 minutes maximum? Will it take you any more time than that? So I've shown you all these examples to make you understand that this is how you do systematically create strategy and do it. I will be sharing the scanner with you. You can just run the scanner on any day and then you will get the stocks. Make sense? Okay, is it mandatory to hold for 5 days? I'm showing it to you for 5 days. If you think you want to hold it for 10 days, you want to hold it for 30 days, you try it. Okay, I am just giving you what I have tested. Make sense? Okay, clear? Happy? By the way, till now, how many of you are amazed? So whatever doubts you have, how will I find RSI and how will I find volume? This is all gone. Clear? We'll share the link with you towards the end. Okay, so don't worry about it. Okay. Okay, so this was the breakout scanner. We are going to share this with you. I also have a breakdown scanner, that is to find stocks which are going down. So this was a scanner to find stocks which are going up. I will also share with you a scanner to find stocks which are going down. Okay, super everyone. Happy? Okay, super. Okay, now before I go to the next part, before I go to the next part, I have something, but I'm only going to show it with your permission. I'm only going to show it with your permission. Okay, I'm taking a permission here. Whether if you guys decide yes, I will show. If you decide no, I will not show. Okay. So this is a option strategy. Options, I know some of you might not know what options is at all. Some of you might know. If you do not, if you want me not to show it, I will not show it. If you want me to show it, I can show it. It's a little technical for people, but I will show. So for people who want to see, drop in a yes. For people who don't want to see, drop in a no. सबका yes है. एक दो no है. One or two no's, but like 99% is yes. Okay, what was I even thinking, right? People will say no for something. Super. Okay, amazing. Okay, ठीक है. So I will talk about this. So this is essentially a stock options buying strategy. Okay, how many of you don't know what options is? Options trading. Options trading, those who don't know. Never heard, like maybe heard of it, but no idea what options trading is. Super. So those who don't know options can use the same logic for buying stocks. Okay? Those who do not know options can use the same logic for buying stocks. Are we clear? Okay. So people who don't know options, don't put your head into it. This is for people who know options, they will know. But for people who don't know, you can do the same for buying stocks. Okay. Clear? All right. So we are going to share with you a scanner, and in this scanner, it's a stock option strategy. So the logic is very simple, right? For people who don't know can stretch your body a bit. I'll take 5 minutes to explain this very quickly. Okay. I just wanted to give this to people who might want to be interested in it. Okay. So this strategy now is basically a strategy where I've only used RSI. Okay. Let's look at this. So what I'm saying on an hourly time frame, I want my RSI to be greater than 58, but I want my RSI to be less than 65. Making sense? 58 से ऊपर above 58 but less than 65. So 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64 RSI. Okay. Between 58 and 65. Okay. That means this is a way to understand if the stock is going up or not. But if it's 70, then it's gone up already, right? But if it's between 58 and 65, that means the stock is about to go up. Okay. And I want on daily time frame, the RSI should be greater than 70. Okay. You don't have to make notes. We will be giving you a document of all of this. Clear? Don't have to make notes. We'll give you a document. Okay. When the conditions are met, these three conditions, RSI below 58, greater than 58, less than 65, and on daily time frame, RSI is greater than 60, we will either buy the at the money options or we will buy the shares. For people who do not know options, you will buy shares of that stock. For people who know options, you will buy the at the money. Are we clear till now? Are we clear? I'll show you an example also, so don't worry about it, okay? I'll show you example also. Okay? Super. When we buy, what will be our target and what will be our stop loss? Very simple. When RSI goes to 75, that's our target. When RSI goes to 40, that's our stop loss. We will book our loss. Okay? And then that is, we will sell our shares or sell the option that we have bought. Okay? Can we look at an example quickly? So you will understand. Very simple. Let's look at an example. Okay? Okay. So what's the RSI right now, guys, for this Canara Bank? What's the RSI right now? 59.61. Is it above 58 and less than 65? Is it above 58 and less than 65? Yes or no? Does that fulfill our conditions? Okay. So if you are someone who do not trade in options, what will you do? You will buy the Canara Bank shares at 128 rupees currently, right? You will buy the Canara Bank shares at 128 rupees. Okay. ठीक है? If you are someone who trades an option, you will buy the 128 call option at 4.9 rupees at the same time. Okay. Then what will you do? You will wait. What happens to RSI? RSI from here, we bought it here, and then RSI goes to 75. Can you see here? RSI goes to 75.87. That is when you will sell your shares or sell your option. So if you have bought shares at 128, you will sell it at 138. Yes or no? Give me a quick yes. RSI came to 75. Super. RSI came to 75, sell it. Buy it between 58 and 65, sell it at 75. Or if you would have come down to 40 also, you would book your loss. Okay. And if you would have traded in options, your 4.9 rupees option would have become 11.3 at the same time on 1 hour. Yes. So for people trading in options, your investment of 33,000 rupees would have become 76,000 rupees with a return of 43,200 rupees. How many of you think this is amazing? This is a very cool way, clear way to use RSI. This does not work in Nifty and Bank Nifty, okay? This is for stocks mainly. We're holding RSI 58, 65, up 75, sell it. If it goes to 40, book your loss. Very simple, quickly, in and out. Super. Okay. Again, what did I tell you? The difference between information and application. RSI, everyone knows. But how many of you think this is a very unique way of using RSI? This is a very unique way of using RSI. Some of you might not have understood, but that's okay. For people who don't understand options, shares are good enough. Okay? All right? Super. So, that is great. So, till now, whatever I've showed you, right, with scanners, with strategy, all of that, guys, do you feel that you can do that, all of this without compromising on your job? Like you don't have to sit in front of the screen the whole day. Do you feel like that's true? You don't need to like be sitting looking at your phone the whole day, right? You don't have to do that. So that is the first two points of peak, right? Now the next point of PEA is automating the system. Okay, automating the system. But before I come to automating the systems, I want to go to the last part, and that is killing the risk. Killing the risk. Now, I want everyone's focus to be right here, right now. Okay. If needed, maybe can we all do a quick stretch? A quick stretch, because I am going to share with you something which is super, super dear to me, which I think is going to open up a lot of, what do I say? The way you look at the markets very differently. So this is, I would say, one of the most important parts of today's session. So can I have everyone's attention here? Maybe once we are all ready, drop in a ready in the chat. Once you're all ready, you can drop in a ready in the chat. Ready, ready, ready. Okay, stretching ready. Okay, super, 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 super. Okay. So I'm going to share with you one of, and this is not technical, okay, but this is very, very important. So there's this untold truth of the share market that I'm going to share with you, okay? Share market, share with you. What am I talking? Anyways, uh, what traders think that stock market journey looks like when they have a strategy which has a 70% accuracy. Okay, what does 70% accuracy mean? Basically, if I do 100 trades, 70 of them will be right, 30 will be wrong. Understood? Uh, if I do 100 trades of a strategy, 70 will be right, 30 will be wrong. So look at this little graphic I made. So you will see here 0 to 10, these are the number of trades. So let's say I give you this strategy, this breakout strategy, guys. Let's say I give you this strategy, okay? Now on this strategy, the first trade, green is profit, red is loss, okay? First is profit, red is loss, profit, 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 loss, profit, profit, loss. So out of the first 10 trades, how many are red and how many are green? 3 are red, 7 are green. Can I say 70% accuracy? Can I say 70% accuracy? First 10 trades. Super. The next 10 trades from 11 to 20. Green, green, red, green, another two reds, two profits, one red and one green. Four losses, six are profit. So what's the accuracy percentage? 60%. Okay. Now, if I take all of them, 70, 60, 80, 60, it'll be different, right? For the next 10 trades. If I take the average of all of this, after 100 trades, the average is 70%. Till now, we are clear what this essentially means. Okay, so after 100 trades, if I take the average of all of this, I'll get 70%. This is super. Key, everyone knows that once in a while you have profit and once in a while you have loss. Okay, super. But do you want to know what happens in reality? 70% is good, but actually what happens in reality? Do you want to see it? Okay. This is also how 75% accuracy can look like. What do you think is the main difference between this and the last image? Between this and the last image, what do you think is the biggest difference? Come on, let's go for it. Come on, come on. No, consistency, consolidation, more profits, more losses, losing streak. Correct. Can I say losing streaks like consecutive losses? Can I say consecutive losses, clustering of losses? Can I say that? Clustering of losses. They're clustered together, they're not spread out. Can I say that? But if you see, if I take the average after 100 trades, what's the accuracy? 70%. But now imagine, okay, I give you, for example, the strategy that I've shown you today, okay? You start trading it. First trade profit, next loss, third loss, fourth loss, fifth loss, four consecutive losses. Don't you think you will be like, oh my God, this strategy is not going to work. I'm going to stop trading it. 95%, 95, 99% people will stop trading that strategy. Yes or no? You will stop. I'm telling you, 99% people will stop. A very human thing to stop. Four times consecutive losses. Forget four times. Look at here. Loss, 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 three times, six times, seven times consecutive losses. You will stop, right? Fear will come in. Doubts will come in, right? Yes or no? Fear, doubt, Pratik is bad, the strategy doesn't work, something is wrong, Trump is saying something you'll find a way to figure out some problem. Okay? So we'll stop. Now the problem with that is because you have stopped, now there may be a time when there are 5, 10 consecutive profits, but you will stop doing it. So the main learning that I want to tell you guys, the secret is that even if I give you the same strategy that I shared today with all of you here, more than 4,000 people here with us, okay, 95 or 97% people will not be able to make money from this because of this very factor. They will stop. When it gets going, they will stop. So the strategy is not important, but how you let the probabilities play out is very, very important. Okay. I am telling you for sure, I have had traders with me, senior traders, trading the same strategy. At the end of the month, they made money. I did not initially. The point is because I got scared. I started doubting. I started questioning. So, simple example, right? What's the probability of a coin toss, guys? 50-50 head and tails. 50-50 yes or no? 50, half the time it can come heads, half the time it can come tails. All of us knows that. Any doubt in that? Will you have any doubt in that? Will you have any doubt in that? No. But imagine you toss it only 5 times. You toss it only 5 times. There is a chance that out of those 5 times, 4 times it comes heads and only one time it comes tails. Possible, right? Yes or no? Possible, right? Four times it comes heads, but one time it comes. Does that mean the probability is 90 and 10%? Does it mean that? Does it mean the probability is 90 and 10%? No. Because you have not tossed it enough times. You have to let the probability play out over 100 trades. You can't say, I'm going to do 10 trades and then stop. You have to run a strategy over 100 trades called the law of large numbers. Only then will your probability play out. Are you getting my point, everyone? How many of you are a little bulb on moment for you guys suddenly? Wait, I am chasing after strategies, but strategies was never the problem. Understanding the concept of probability was the problem. Understanding the concept of probability was the problem. Okay. How many of you know what SIP is? SIP, mutual fund. I think many of you do that. SIP. Many of you do that. Correct. Now, people say, right, SIP, you make money. Matlab, you won't hear many people losing money from SIP. If you did every month, they're doing SIP for the last 3, 4 years, they don't lose money essentially. Yes or no? SIP is safe and all. People say that, right? Yes. Why do you think it is safe? I'll tell you why it is, okay? I'll tell you why it works, okay? Imagine what happens in SIP, okay? Every month on a certain day, the money gets debited from your bank account automatically, yes or no? It gets automatically cut from your account, yes or no? But imagine now, every month, instead of automatically cutting, you had to transfer money every month. Do you think you will be consistent? You think, oh, no, no, war is going on. This month, I will not do SIP. Next month, I'll do SIP. Yes or no? How many of you are laughing at this point? Be like, oh my God, इतना सच्चाई नहीं बोलना था. You shouldn't have said this much truth. Right? That's the problem. The reason that it gets cut automatically, consistency happens, and people are making money. The reason that when you become your worst enemy, so human fear, human emotion is the worst enemy. The difference between a profitable trader and a not profitable trader is not the strategy. Trust me, is not the strategy. Is the mindset. How many of you? I hope you understand. I'm giving you a realistic picture, okay? I'm not here selling dreams to you. I hope that's dreams to bahut. You will go to Instagram, you will find a lot of people selling you dreams. That's not my job here. I hope you understand this. The point is for me to explain to you guys the reality of what it is. Very, very simple. Nothing complicated here. Very simple. Super. Understood. But the problem also is, Pratik, you have explained all of this. But my tomorrow, if something happens, I'm still going to stop trading. Yes or no? Tomorrow, if my strategy gives me consecutive 4 losses, I still will get scared. Fear to is fear. It's not that just because Pratik said it that I'm going to change my whole mindset, right? So there must be a solution. And that solution is basically automating our system. That is the solution to automate our system, right? Because what if when you are unavailable, the point is not that you are only scanning the stock. The solution is that you want to automate everything, yes or no? From the scanning to the execution. You're like, I don't want to put my emotion into it at all. Is that the reason, guys? I hope that's the lesson we are getting from here. I don't want to become my worst enemy. Get me out of the picture. There is a strategy. I have tested it. I'm okay with the risk. I have checked my drawdown, the risk adjusted return, all of that I have checked. Let it happen. Yes or no? Guys, solution. This is where we have come to the AI powered trading. How many of you are like, whoa, this is the moment we have been waiting for? How was the unveiling for the AI for trading? Required, na? Important. Solution has to be found of our emotions. If the only way to then do it is to automate it, very simple. There is no other way to do it. If I feel I'm emotionally something, let's figure it out. Okay? Super. So, but why do we need to do AI and complete automation? Of course, the first reason all of you know, the first reason all of you know It removes all emotion. Now, this emotion can be good emotion and bad emotion, by the way. Okay, I don't know how many of you have experienced this, but there may be days when you get some bonus from your office, right? Bonus, like let's say salary bonus or whatever bonus you got, and then suddenly you got excited and you went and spent more money, or you went and like instead of buying 1 lakh worth of shares, you bought 2 lakhs worth of shares. How many of you have done that? Got ना होता है ना emotions में, right? Mood आया मतलब कर दिया ऐसा, right? Or you had a fight with your husband or you had a fight with your wife and you मतलब are so angry and then you come to the open your broker app and you मतलब sabotage. You be like, let me burn myself, you know? How many of you have done that? Mom, you know, you're angry at your boss, angry at something, and you have come and taken out your anger on your own money, right? Happens now. People are saying, Pratik, do you have a camera behind us? I mean, we're all humans at the end of the day, right? I wish you can see that you're not alone in this, okay? We're all the same. There's nothing different, but there is a solution. The first thing is removes all emotions, okay? The second point is very, very simple, and I want to tell you a little story, okay, with this little second point. So what happens? Once upon a time, this little anecdote, okay? There's this old man who retired, okay? Now, he just retired, and every day at 12 in the afternoon, he would come to this city park at this one place, and he would feed the pigeons. Now, at first, only a few pigeons knew about this old man's ritual, right? Every day, 12 o'clock, same place, same time used to come. Now, these early birds, they benefited greatly. They ate a lot of food. They became healthier. They became stronger. Now, what happened with time? The word spread amongst the pigeon community that, boss, there's this person, so and so person, coming at this time, coming at this place to feed the pigeons. Okay. Someone is saying Amrish Puri from DDLJ. You guys have got jokes. Okay. All right. So what happened? Coming back. Excuse me. So at some point, the entire park was just swarming with pigeons, right? Because everyone thought free food, everyone is, all the birds have come. But understand, this old man is a retired person. He doesn't have unlimited food, right? The amount of food he was getting on the first day, he's getting the same amount of food on today, for example. But the competition for food increased. Now the birds are having to fight for the smallest grain of food. Some of the smart birds thought, boss, this is not going to continue because if it continues like this, we are all going to die out of hunger. So what do we do? Some of the birds thought that let's leave, let's find a different place because we can't compete like this with everyone. They for a few weeks they searched around until they found another person, which not many birds knew about it. They started eating, becoming healthier and stronger. Now, if you had to summarize the lesson from this story, what would it be for you guys? Give me one word. Like, if you feel one word, if you can tell me from this little story, what would it be? Competition, early access, diversify. I'm looking for one word essentially. Switching. Okay. The yes, someone has gotten it. Someone got it, but the chat just went too fast. It's adaptability, guys. The ability to adapt. How many of you agree that in a day like, in today's day and age, especially with the advent of AI, things are changing very fast. Like maybe 10 years back, new things were coming every 2, 3, 4 years, but suddenly, like, you have to adapt, you have to grow, you have to upgrade every few months. Don't you feel that? In every field, it doesn't matter whichever. Adaptable means the ability to change with changing times, right? You can't have one thing and then be stuck with it for the next 3 years. You can't. You have to keep changing yourself, keep moving with the times. Before, the times would change every 5, 10 years, but suddenly in the last 2, 3 years, things are changing every month. New things are coming up every month. You have to change with it, right? And so that's the point. And the earlier you do it, that's the opportunity. If you are able to understand that the change is happening, and adapt to the change quicker than the other people, that is where your edge lies, isn't it, guys? How many of you have felt that? Like with the use of AI, for example, a lot of people, even 3, 4 years back, or people who understood AI a bit more, they used AI to simplify their work. So their productivity increased. Not that they were doing something out of the ordinary, but they maybe earned more bonus or they second source of income, whatever, so on and so forth, right? So you have to go ahead of that, right? Now, the same thing comes with the form of the markets, right? In the field of trading and investing, we also have to adapt. Now, the point is a lot of these algo firms, right? Algo trading firms have been using, they use algorithmic trading and they have been making a lot of money, right? In India, especially thousands of crores. Now, the point is, you will say, Pratik, there are these algo trading firms. I don't know how many of you have heard of it. Graviton Research Capital, Alpha Gap Security, all of these algo trading firms, HFTs, are basically making thousands of crores, right? But you will say, Pratik, what does this have to do with me? How many of you have that question? Like, these are guys hiring IIT graduates, paying them 1 crore, 2 crores of salary. How can we even talk about them, right? Of course, we can't compete with them in that sense. But essentially, guys, what AI has done, no? What AI has done today is it has, in one way or the other, no, leveled the playing fields. Okay. How many of you here have no idea of like computer coding or like Python, all of these computer, like, coding? Nahi pata. They have no idea about any of this, no computer science background. A lot of you people, right? A lot of people here do not have any idea of computer science, no idea of coding. But in today's day, let me tell you, neither do I. AI has leveled the playing field in such a way that you are able to do all of that without writing a single line of code. By the way, remember all those back-tested results I've showed you today of the 125 days breakout, of all of that? All of that done with AI, by the way. All of that done with AI. So you can do a lot of things with the power of AI. Now, I want to give you guys a little glimpse today. Okay? Do you guys want to do it? You guys want to see it? So, what we're going to do essentially is we are going to be learning how to download historical price data for any stock in India or the world without writing a single line of code. Do you think that's something that you guys want to learn how to do? We don't want to, write any single line of code. Maximum you'll have to copy and paste it. Okay. But you will be able to get the historical data for any stock that you want. Okay. I'll show it to you. Let's try it. Okay. Okay, let's do. No, so see, right now you can do it manually also. I don't know how many of you have done it, but maybe you can go to the NSC website, money control, and all that, right? You can Google it and you'll find it. You can do it. But I don't want you to do it manually. What if you want to download 5 years data, 10 years data automatically without going to the website, searching for it? And I want to, let's say, simplify it for each and every one of you. Can we do that? And not only Indian stocks, but even outside stocks. We'll try a few iterations. Okay. All right. Chalo. We are going to use, I'm going to use ChatGPT. You guys can use any LLM model. Okay. I know all of you are absolutely aware of all these LLM models, right? Which one is it that you guys use mostly? Free version chalega. Yes, yes, free version chalega. ChatGPT, Claude, okay? Claude, Gemini, Claude, Copilot, Notebook LLM, Copilot, Claude, ChatGPT, Copilot, Gemini, Claude, Gemini, Perplexity, super. Okay, super. So anything that you want to use, you can use it. Okay, I'm just going to show it to you in ChatGPT. You can use Claude, you can use anything, no problem. Meta, जो भी, whatever you want to use, you can do DeepSeek, whatever. Okay. Okay. So we are going to be using a prompt to download data. Okay. So I'm going to into this prompt also, so you guys can use it. Okay. So I'm going to copy this prompt, copy it, and go to any LLM model and paste it. Okay? Okay. And then we will have to name the stock and for how many years of data do we want. So first, let's do the most basic one. Let's do it for Nifty. Can we do it for Nifty? Can we do it for Nifty for once? Nifty 50 jo hai. Okay. We'll try some more stocks also with you guys. Don't worry about it. Okay. How many years do you want to do it for? 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 8 years, 7 years, 10 years, 15 years? How many years do you want to do it for? 3 years, 5 years, 10, 10, 5, 10, 5, 5, 10, 2, 5, 10. Okay, a lot of fives and tens. Let's do eight because we have showed you eight also. I'll just do eight for now. I'll do change it to eight. As my because I've taken example of eight, let's use eight only for now. So what are the two things we have changed? The name that I want and how many years. Are we clear till now? Are we clear? Nifty 50, okay, and 8 years of data. Okay? Okay? So simply then I have to click on run and I will be getting the output for it. Okay, so let's just wait. Nifty 50 is not just Nifty. It understands that it's Nifty only. Okay. Why is it high? I don't need high. I just need instant action. Yeah. Okay, so it's going to give me a code like this. Okay. Okay. So it is going to do this. Okay. Now it has a few things written. Y Finance means Yahoo Finance. Okay. Yahoo Finance, it gets the data automatically. Okay. Okay. So now we have this code here. Everyone can see it. Okay. Everyone can see it. You will get a code like this. Now the point is what to do with this code. The question is, what do I do with this code? Okay. Of course, you can either run it here, but if you have the free version, let's just use the thing. So very simple. You will go and search for Google Colab. Okay. Google Colab. Are we clear? This one. Google COLAB. Google Colab. By the way, whatever I'm showing you, we will give you a step-by-step guide to do this. Okay. Till now, have I done any bit of coding? Have I done anything? I have just copied the prompt, pasted it, changed the name and the number. That's it. I have gone to Google Colab. I'll click on the first link that opens up. And then we'll just wait. I'll open a new notebook. Okay. I'll just open a new notebook. Wait for it. Anyone who, if you have a Gmail account, Google account, you can do it. Okay. It's free to use, by the way. I'll share the prompt, all of the resources. I'll share towards the end of today's session. Okay. Don't worry. I will share all the resources together. Okay. Guys, are we clear till now? What have we done? Gone to Google Colab, opened a new notebook, and we're clear with this. Okay. Very simple. Now, very simple. We will copy this code, come to Google Colab, and we will paste it. Simple. Everyone? Copy, pasting. Pratik is teaching copy, pasting today. Okay. That's all I'm going to teach you right now. Okay. Copy, paste. Then you will see this run button here, this play button here. You just click on it and it's going to show connecting. It's going to run and then it's going to give us an output. Why did I run ChatGPT? Some of you might not have the premium version so that everyone can do it in the free version itself. That's why I did not run it in ChatGPT. Okay. So that everyone can have to be basically only people who can do it. Okay. So can you guys see here? Download completed successfully. Can you guys see this? I'll just zoom in a bit. Yeah. So on 31st of July 2018 to 31st of July 2026. Okay. So let's go and find this. So we'll go to this folder and we will see that we have the 8 years of historical data. Very simply, I can just download this file from here. Very simply, I can just download this file from here. You will see the download started. I will open it and we will see the Excel file open. Okay, so I'll just show you. It's opening in my other screen. I'll just drag it in. Okay, Will these steps be shared? Of course, we'll share each and every step with you, okay? Uh, 1 second, huh? 1 second. Let me just pull this. Mm. Okay. Yeah. Can you guys see my screen now? Can you guys see my screen? Okay, so it has data from the 31st of July 2018 down up to 31st of July 2026 up to today. How easy was this? How simple was this? We have the price of Nifty for each day for the last 8 years without writing a single line of code. Without writing a single line of code. Right? Do you guys want to try some other stocks maybe? Do you guys want to try some other stock maybe? Yeah. Okay. I'll just show you so that you can understand how quickly we can do it. So we'll just simply go copy the prompt, go to any LLM model and paste it. What do you want to download, guys? What do you want to download? HDFC, Reliance, TCS, SBI. Okay, SBI. SBI karte hain. How many years do you want me to do it for? How many years? 5 years, 10 years? 10 years karte hain. Chalo, let's do it for 10 years. Okay, let's do it for 10 years, a little higher. Okay. Why is this answering to me? Okay, I'll just copy this somewhere else actually. Okay. Guys, समझ आया? Copied it, pasted it, SBI for 10 years. We have gotten the code. We'll simply copy it, go to our Google Colab, and we will paste it. Look at this. We'll paste it. We'll press the run button. It will run. And what does it show? SBI 10 years historical data downloaded. Look at here. It came SBI 10 years data. All of us can see it on my left. I will simply click on download the file. It'll show downloaded and I'll just open it from there. You will, yeah. Can you guys see it? From 2016, 1st of August 2016 up to, it should be till today, 31st of July 2026. SBI. Super simple, so fast, easy to do. Copy, paste, write the stock name, write the number of years, and you can get the stock price for any stock for how many years you want. 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, no more. Right? You can even do it for US stocks. Do you want to try it for any US stock? Anyone? Let's try it for a US stock. You guys want to do it? Apple? Okay, let's do it for Apple. Let's do it for Apple. So we'll do it for AAPL, Apple. How many years data do you want from Apple? How many years of data do you want for Apple? 5 years. Okay, let's try 5 years of data for Apple. We'll simply run it and we will get the code for it. Okay, we'll get the code for it. Okay, we have gotten it. With it, we will copy it and we will go to Google Colab and we will paste it. Okay, we'll run it and the data for Apple should come here. Okay, I'll just can you see Apple 5 years of data? I will download this file and we will get the price thing for Apple. How cool is this? From 2021, we have the price for Apple. We have the price for Apple. How long did it take us to download any stock in the world? Whatever you want, you can download it. You can get the data for it without having to do much about it. Super, super. So we'll be sharing with you this prompt. We'll be sharing with you the steps also. Guys, by the way, in, you might have to remember the steps, but other than that, is there any complication? You might have to remember the steps, but other than that, is there any complication to do this? Any complication? No, no. Everyone can do it regardless, right? If you can use a computer, you can do it. Correct? So now the question will come, Pratik, what do I do with all of this data, right? Why are we getting all of the data? What do we do with all of this data? Which is great. So we're going to be using AI to be able to create and analyze all of this data. We are going to deep dive and understand. Okay, so there's an endless possibilities of what we can do using AI. Okay, and that is without a doubt. Now, I am not going to go there, but before I go there, I want to quickly, reinstate what we have covered till now. Can we do that? Can we do that? A quick one. Yes. Okay. So we have understood the peak framework, how to use technicals like a pro. We have created our charting platform. We have learned how to kill the risk, and we have learned how to automate using the power of AI, right? Now, do you guys believe that till now, whatever I have shared with you, and I have given you very realistic expectations? Anything that I've shared with you is not like you felt like it's some kind of a dream or some kind of a facade of any kind. Realistic, right? Okay. Okay. So that is very, very important. Now, the next question that comes now is very important, right? Because me showing you this and me not doing the next part is an injustice to you. Okay. So the question is, why are we learning all these strategies in day one and in day two? Why have we learned any and all of these strategies, guys? What do you think is the answer for this? What do you think is the answer for this? Why are we learning any of these strategies in day one and day two? Make money. Financial prosperity is the point. Is the answer financial prosperity, financial freedom, financial prosperity? Is that the point? Yes or no? Whatever it is, matlab, the technical stuff, the mindset, all of that. Financial prosperity, right? Now, look, when was the last time you heard from someone who is actually financially prosperous? And I don't mean any people in YouTube, Instagram. You will see these people in Dubai with the Lamborghinis and those fancy cars and fancy offices showing that they have a lot of money. I hope you understand that's all fake, right? I hope you understand that's all fake, right? Like, that's not a lifestyle. That's just showing you a fake dream. Okay, that does not work. That's not true at all, or any of those. Okay, those are all false. Okay, they probably rent those cars. They probably rent those offices for a photo shoot or whatever. Okay, so please don't fall for any of that, right? So, but when was the last time you actually heard from someone who is financially prosperous, not some fake rosy lifestyle of people misleading you, right? That is the very difficult right now. Look, over the time, being in the markets for a long time, I have been fortunate enough to be financially prosperous, and I wanted to share these three steps or three principles that has helped me and that I have found are important, and in my experience, on financial prosperity. Okay, so I wanted to share some with you. Is that okay? Can I share some of my principles with you of what I think are the three steps towards financial prosperity? Okay, fair? Okay. So the first one that is very, very important is to make more money, right? Every single month. Okay. Now, you guys are, working right now. Some of you are maybe getting out of college, some of you are maybe retired. You guys have a source of income, right? The first step is to increase your income. Now, The way to do it is probably to trade alongside your job with a structured manner, with a structured strategy. I don't mean gambling. When I say trading, I hope you understand. I don't mean gambling, right? Till now, anything that I've shown today, did it tell you anything about gambling? No way, right? It is all very defined by numbers, very defined by logic, very defined in a very scientific manner. Okay. There is an element of luck, you can call it probability, whatever, but it's probability. I call it probability, right? I call it probability. Okay. So the point is to increase your income, that is to make money. Now the point is, can you do two jobs at one time? I don't know what do this, what is it called? Moonlighting. I don't know how many, what is it called? One job is hard enough, right? Doing two jobs, I mean, like, I don't know how people do it, right? It's very, very difficult. More than difficult, it's actually, the point is it takes a toll on your body, your health, your mind, on your family. Fair, right? Of course, you may be doing dual jobs and you may be doing it, your mental health, physical health, family. Those are some of the things that you have put aside for that. Correct? Am I fair in assessing this point? That you can't have everything in that times, work two jobs and have things. And I appreciate people who are hustling to be able to make that more money, work multiple jobs. Absolutely fair, right? And hence the point of me is not telling you that leave your job and get into trading. Do not do that. That's just stupid. Like, why would you do that? Right? You're earning a source of income, which is great. The point is to make that money work for you so that it can work and create income from there. And hence, if you can give 5-10 minutes a day, that is more than enough, right? So drop in a S1 for, if you've understood the first step, if you're aligned with the first step, that is that you need to have maybe trade, learn how to trade systematically to create a second source along with your job. Never am I telling you, please leave your job and come to trading. Please not do that. That's not the point. Okay, that's not the point. Okay, clear? Understood? Okay, super. So that is the first step. Then we come to the next step. Okay, the next step is clearing your loans faster and investing that extra money. Now, when you will make that extra money, right? The first job that you have to do is clear out your liabilities. You have to clear out your liabilities. Think of it like a pipe. Okay, there's water coming in the pipe. But if there are holes and leakages, at the end, the force of the water is very less, right? How many of you feel that regardless of how much ever income you make, there is still not enough money to, let's say, invest or grow? It's not that you thought if I make 1 lakh salary, 5 lakh salary, I will be thick, but somehow it doesn't come. Like it just goes away from, right? It's leaking out, right? So it's very important to clear your liabilities faster and start investing that extra money that you're making. Okay. So to grow your assets, become debt free, grow your money. I remember, I think you guys were shown the prepayment hack. Remember the prepayment hack? Remember the prepayment hack? So use the prepayment hack, use whatever money has been coming. If you have debt, clear out that and use basic investing strategies that even Rahul showed you yesterday to be able to grow your money. Are we clear with the second step? That is the second step, that is S2. Grow your assets, become your debt free, grow your money using concepts like the prepayment hack and some of the basic investment strategies. S2, S2, all of us aligned till now? Clear step one, step two? Yes? Super, 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 super. Okay? Super. Can I repeat step two? Yes. Step two is very simple. When you're making that extra bit of money, use that extra bit of money to, let's say, clear out your debts, right? Prepayments, a prepayment hack, which yesterday you were shown. And if you have cleared your debts, use that money to invest. SIP karo, whatever you want to do, right? SIP, grow for the long run, right? Put that money for the long run. That's the second step. Now, you might think, Pratik, great, we are sorted, right? But there is a third step, and that's also a very important step because what
আমরা পুরো
after making and growing your
বলো, আমি
money?
তো শুনছি এটা।
What after that?
তো
The
বলছি,
answer is, guys,
তুমি বুঝতে
safeguarding or
পারছো?
securing your money.
তারপর
Safeguarding or
হুম?
securing your money. Okay.
তারপর
How
সাউন্ডটা
many
কমালে
people
রেকর্ডিংটা তো সাউন্ড
have
হয়ে যাবে
yourself
না।
experienced or know people who have made a lot of money and lost it all together? How many of you have seen people like that? They have made a lot of money, but they have lost it all together, or you have been in through that experience yourself, right? That is something that you have to learn. Okay, so what after making growing your money, the learning how to safeguard your money, that is very, very important. That is how to keep your money. You guys have seen Michael Jackson, hundreds of $1 million to what? Bankrupt. Ambani brothers, both of them. One is Mukesh Ambani, one is Anil Ambani. Did they have less money? Did he have Anil have less money? No, he just did not know how to protect his money, how to grow his money, how to protect his money. Are we clear with this? So there are many things the top 1%, the secrets that the top 1% only use to be able to protect and keep their money. Okay. I have one such hack. I don't know. I'm sure a lot of people might not have heard about it, but I want to share with you. Okay, staying rich is more difficult than becoming rich. I mean, someone who has not made money will say making becoming rich is more difficult. Someone who's made money will say staying rich is difficult, right? I mean, right? That's everyone might have a different say on that. But I want to give you a little example. Would you guys want to know that? A little example for people who might be wondering how to, let's say, a tip or a trick to be able to, that the people who understand money use in the third step. Okay. So all of you know what fixed deposit is, right? All of you know what fixed deposit is, right? Fixed deposit. Everyone knows how much you get. 5, 6%, 6%. If you are a senior citizen, maybe 6.5, 7% maximum. Correct? But 5 to 6%, right? Now, if you put okay now if you put I'm guessing, okay, by the time I'm talking about this, right, by the time you have financially secure, you will fall under the 30% tax bracket, yes or no, in India, right? I'm saying if you're financially secure, you will come under the 30% tax bracket, right? Other than that, I will not call it, you would not call yourself like I'm you wouldn't put yourself in this third bracket, right? Now if you put your money in fixed deposits, the interest that you earn from it will be taxed at 30%, right? Your tax rate plus surcharge, all of that. Yes or no? Everyone knows about this. Very simple. When you put your money in fixed deposit, the interest that you earn will be taxed at 30%. Now, what do some people do? What do some people do? Okay. They use something called arbitrage funds, which have the same returns, only that the tax rate is not going to be at 30%, but it is going to be at 12.5%. How many of you did not know about this? How many of you did not know about this? It is going to be taxed in the long term capital gains of 12.5% and not taxed at 30%. So instead of putting your money in fixed deposit and paying 30% tax on it, imagine same returns, same safety. Okay. You are putting it in some funds called this arbitrage funds. Okay. Arbitrage mutual funds. And you will be paying tax of only 12.5%. No one had, how many have no idea about this? How many of you are already searching for arbitrage funds? Arbitrage fund return is also around 6.5, 7%, or similarly as almost fixed deposit. Similar, almost here, there, plus minus here, there. Okay, so it's pretty much the same thing. Okay, it's not debt fund, it's arbitrage funds. But can you see the amount of tax you're saving on? And this is not some illegal stuff. Huh? This is just understanding taxation and putting your money in the right place. Understanding taxation and putting your money in the right place. Arbitrage. 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 How many of you are happy to hear this? Like maybe you guys are going to try look at it from tomorrow, try to assess your fixed deposits and try to understand. Because look, if you go to your bank manager will tell you put it in fixed deposit, right? Because he has a target to fulfill, right? But understand that's not the point. Okay. Uh, you have to figure out your own finances. They will not care about your well-being. They care about their commissions, right? So it's very important to understand that. But can I get a S3 in the chat if you guys are clear with the third step, that is keeping your money? That is keeping your money. Clear? S3, 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 S3. Super. Now, guys, is wealth the end objective? Is wealth the end objective, or is wealth the means to achieve the end objective? Like paisa leke up, you'll go somewhere with the money, or is it a way to other some? It's a way to fulfill some other objective. It's a means, right? It's a means. So what is the end objective? What is the end objective? Can I say the end objective is a fulfilled life? Some of you may have some goals, some of you may have some other goals, right? So there is one more step left for a path to fulfilled life. Any guesses? Any guesses? What is the last step towards financial prosperity and a fulfilled life? Any guesses? Correct. Correct. That having the time to spend that money that you have made, right? Having the time to spend that money. Now, you would want to spend that money for your holidays. You might want to spend your money to donate to charity. You might want to, I don't know, can be anything, right? I'm sure for people, it may be different. Health time is very, very important. Yes or no, guys? There's no point in having 100 crores and then have not the time or the health to use any of it, right? You are not going to take this money with yourself after we die, right? I hope we're all aware of that. So we have to be able to make sure that that is also understood, because a lot of people have run after money their whole life, but at the end of it, you realize, oh my God, what have I spent my time on? Right? So it's very, very important that we keep this in mind. The left side, that is this side, has no meaning if this is not there. Agree or not? All of this have no meaning if this is not there. Agree? Most important part. Right? So drop in a S4 in the chat if you agree that this together, the path to financial prosperity and the fourth step, the path to fulfill life, all of them are important. S4, because guys, once you master all of these four steps towards a path to financial prosperity and fulfill life, you go from that 99% till retirement. The people who are running after money, running, I'm sorry to say, I'm being blunt, but running that rat race to never achieving, to becoming the top 1% who are able to understand this big picture and go there. So can you, whoever wants to be in this top 1%, drop in a me in the chat, because this is very important. So you guys might be in the step one, step two, step three. Many of you might feel, how many of you feel you are in step like zero? You might be in step one, you might be in step two, you might be in step three. Where do you feel you are currently? Step zero, step zero, step two, step one. Okay. Step three, superb. Step one, step two, superb, right? So that is where you have to find out. But do you guys get the bigger picture out here? Right? Because when you are financially prosperous and having a fulfilled life, you are able to look, retire early, quit your job, get your dream house or car, provide your children the best education, go on family vacations, give your family the best life that they deserve. And all of us want this at the most basic things, right? Clear your loans faster, be debt free, do what you truly want to do and not things just because it pays good money, right? I think this is truly freedom, right, guys? This is truly a freedom, right? The ability to do something that you want to do and not because it gives you good money. I think that is a freedom that nothing can, pay for, right? That is truly, truly freedom. So, do you want to learn to take better care of your finances and start your journey towards financial independence? Asking again, it's only people who truly want to do, right? Because yesterday I went through attendance forms. There are people in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and all of you have this one question, that is it too late? How many of you have this question, Pratik? Is it too late? I'm in my 40s, 50s, 60s, or even 70s, right? Is it too late for me to even like listen to all of this and to start this journey for myself? And the answer is, look, guys, I'll be absolutely honest, right? Throughout the session, I've tried to be super, super, blunt about things. And the best time is, of course, yesterday. But now is never too late. Now is never too late. The only solution is to start today, right? Because a lot of people someone was telling me the other day, when a person is on their deathbed, they they feel, think about all the things they have, regrets about all the things they have not done, rather than the things that they have failed in. You don't remember your failures, but you regret all the things that you have never done. That is something that it really hit me, and I don't want that for any one of you, right? So you should have no regrets that I have not tried this or I have not given myself to it. So the solution is, of course, to start today, because with the right learning and mentorship, you can achieve your goals at any age, especially with the power of AI. So if you agree and are aligned, let me ask you one important question. How would it be if there was a mentorship program beyond the 4 days of FFA, in which you learn absolutely everything to start your journey towards financial independence? Drop in a beyond in the chat. Drop in a beyond in the chat. So, beyond the 4 days of FFA, how many of you feel that you need that extra thing to be able to start from the scratch? Right? Beyond, Umesh ji, Deepak, Nitin, Aman, Sudhir, Babu, Amit, Shyam, Harish. I'm sorry, the names are endless. Gopal, super, right? So this 4 days of FFA, and we are super glad there are more than 4,800 of you here with us and on the call today. And I hope till now it has been super valuable for each and every one of you. You guys felt that there has been a lot of learning for each and every one of you, regardless. Yes, whether it is today, whether it is yesterday, or 2 days combined. And for people who expect more value, and we would love to guide you and handhold you and mentor you beyond these 4 days. Now, that's not possible in this 4 days to cramp up everything and for do it for 4,000 people, right? No, hence we have made something called the inner circle. Adi has requested us, both Rahul and me, to keep 100 seats, okay, who will be under our guidance and mentorship and handholding. What do you guys think about this? 100 seats. We don't want to think with 4,000 people because uh, it's difficult. I know I can't answer each and every question to you guys. So for everyone who wants to extend beyond the 4 days of FFA, we are calling it the inner circle. Now, what is the inner circle? Inner circle is the SpringPads training blueprint. It's a life coaching program. But for those who want to be part of the inner circle, because not everyone can be part of the inner circle, okay? You will need to qualify to be part of the top 100, okay? And to be able to be part of it, you will need to apply for it. Are we clear? If you want to be part of this inner circle, you have to apply for it. Okay. Now, before I share the application form, I want to remind you that we only want people who are fully committed towards achieving your financial goals. Okay. Are we clear with this? So drop in a WIT in the chat. So a whatever it takes attitude. Only people who have a whatever it takes attitude and are committed towards this journey, That is what we want you to be part of. WIT, Sachin, Bhuvesh, Kartik, Surjit, Veena, Bikram, Jatin, Sanjana, Lakshya, Badri, Hayat, Sukhinder, and the names are endless. I'm so proud, as a matter of fact, to see so many people really, really serious about putting this commitment towards them, right? So, how are we going to apply? Very, very simple. Okay. So you have to fill up a form. You have to be an applicant to learn everything about trading, about investing, using the power of AI towards your financial goals, independence, and security. The point is, it is suitable for beginners as well as experienced people. How many of you felt today, whatever you learned, was it a little easy? For people, especially for people who are new to the markets. I hope I've tried my best to make things a little simple for you. So, as much as it is, we also, people who are absolutely beginners, we are very, very happy for you to also fill up the form. Okay. So, I will be sharing a QR. Okay. The team will be also sending a link. Do just open the form. Don't start yet. Understood? Okay. So I'm going to share the QR. The team is also going to share the link. Okay. Just open the form and keep it. Once I've opened, just let me know done. Open and keep it, and then we will do it together. Okay. I'll answer your questions, guys. Just open the form and keep it. Okay. We'll fill it together. Just open. Everyone scan the QR. The team will also send the link. Okay. Okay. Let me go. So you'll see a form like this open up. Can you guys, all of you have this? All of you have this? The team has shared the link. Maybe the team can share the link again. So let's fill it up together. So what's your full name? So it is Pratik. Pratik. So you guys can fill it up alongside me if you want. Then your date of birth, it's month, DDYYY, right? So is 06, 10. So it's month first. Okay. So you just have to fill that up. What is your email address? I'll put. Okay. This is my email address. As per yourself, have you achieved your financial independence and security to fulfill all your goals? So for a yes or a no. Okay. So if you feel that you have achieved your financial goals, you put in a yes. If you have put in no, you put in a no. Okay. Okay. If you selected no in the above question, then what is stopping you from achieving your financial independence and security? Okay. So you answer here honestly. What is stopping? For example, you can say lack of, I'm just going to put some answers. You can put lack of guidance. You can say, I don't have time, whatever it is that you feel it is for you. Okay. Not enough exposure, so on and so forth. Okay. If you selected yes, and then what? So if you selected no, then you write this. If you selected yes, then you, huh. If you selected no, then you type. Okay. At what age did you fulfill your goals? The next is, do you have whatever it takes attitude needed to learn the concepts, frameworks of trading diligently and are ready to put in the work towards building a healthy financial discipline towards a future? Okay, so I would say yes. I think a lot of people said yes. Of course, we would want people to be super, super serious about this. Now, the question is, why do you want to join this inner circle? Right? It could be that you quit your job, you have an early retirement, whatever it is. Okay. So let's say I want to say financial freedom, or you will say clear debts, or you will say, for example, you might just want to say, I want to learn. Some people are say, okay, I just want to learn about trading, right? Right. So you might want to do that. Why do you believe Prateek and Rahul are the right mentors to achieve your goals? I don't know. I don't want to type anything here, but whatever, any helpers here maybe can type it. People have filled it. Any answers? Maybe, okay. Makes topics easy, maybe, whatever it is. Okay. So whatever it is that you want to write, you can write it. Why should we select you for the inner circle, right? That means this point is very, very important because tell us about your background, your problems, and your willingness to learn, right? Because we want to be able to filter people who are serious about it, right? So please do it, right? So I am hungry and looking for guidance to learn. And you can go expand, okay? Like this is what I am, this is what it is, so on and so forth. What is your monthly income right now? 0 to 25, 25 to 50, 50 to 75, so on and so forth, right? So what is your monthly income right now? You can just put any of that, whatever is right for you, you can put it. How much do you aspire to increase? So if your current income, let's say 3 to 5 lakhs a month, or if your current income is 1 lakh, 3 lakhs, whatever it is, you want to increase it by, let's say, 75,000 to 1 lakh or 50,000, whatever it is you want to increase it by. You click on that. How many years of trading experience do you have? Very new to trading, 3 to 5 years, 5 to 10 years, all of that you will put it. And what is your WhatsApp number? Okay, so I'll put it for it. Are we clear? And you click on submit. Clear? Your application has been submitted. Are we clear about this? So I'm just going to share again, the QR is here. How many? One second. I can also. Okay. Can you guys do me one favor? So whoever has, filled it up, can you drop in and applied in the chat? Can you drop in and applied in the chat? Okay. So I'm just going to paste some of you guys so that you guys can see that we are having you guys. So just drop in and applied, and I will try to see because I can't take all names. So I will try to get as many as possible, right? So you guys can, if you can see your name, great. If you can't see, I'm sorry because I can't see all names. So just drop in and applied in the chat, and I think we should be good to go. Applied, applied, super. So I'm just gonna do the last. Okay, so great, super. Okay, so I'm just gonna share after you applied. This is very, very important. Okay, I'm gonna share with you the clear everyone. Done. Anyone left to fill up? See, guys, it's very important. If you want to be part of this, you have to fill up the form. Regardless, the only way to be eligible to be part of the inner circle is to apply for it. Okay. Now, I will go. What's the filter? Because I have to go through all of your forms and I will tell you till what time. Anyone not able to fill up the form right now? Maybe they're traveling or something like that. Anyone not able to fill up the form right now? Link not able to copy. Okay, maybe you can select the QR. So all you have to do for the QR is basically go to your camera app and use your phone to just open the camera app and just put your camera towards this QR and just click on that link which opens up. Okay, traveling. Okay. 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 So some of you are saying you are not able to fill it up. I would request all of you to fill it up. But what I'll do essentially is keep the form filling open till 12 midnight today. Till 12 midnight today. Right? But AI. And we understood the three key steps to financial prosperity and the additional step towards financial prosperity and a fulfilled life. How many of you enjoyed day two? How many of you really, really enjoyed day two? Learned something new? Felt that this was super, super good? Yes, really, really enjoyed day two. Lot of learnings, lot of takeaways, right? Lot of things to digest. Excellent, superb, really enjoyed. Yes, a lot. Amazing, totally mind blown, super. Thank you so much, you guys. By the way, you guys were super, super thing eager learners, and